Yeah, it's hard to get the thoughts immediately. We're very disappointed. I thought for 70 minutes we made the game very hard for them. Uh, it's a choppy game. It's not always that the football's perfect, but I thought our way of going after them and pushing the game for 70 minutes was quite good. And we have a big chance when Mahala beats the defender and cuts the ball for Carlos to go to 2-0. And then we just, a misunderstanding between Kenneth Vermeer and Eddie Segura leads to the corner. We just don't do well in the front zone. And then Mark Anthony Kaye has a chance in the back to maybe clear it. And then the second goal, you could tell at that point now we start to get a little bit more careless, a little slower to close things down. And we have so many guys back in position, but we just don't do a good enough job. Rodriguez gets through, and Gignac is a smart player, so he's just waiting for the moment, and then the ball gets rolled across, and it's an excellent finish. Our team's growing. We played some really good football in some of these games, and as I said, I thought our way of going after the game tonight was real good. In some moments, not our sharpest, but still the mentality to play in a final and push the game, that's important. So we end in a really disappointing way.
We're going to start here. We're going to start here with Alicia Rodriguez. Alicia, go ahead when you're ready.
Thank you. Bob, I know you're in the moment here, but I wanted to ask, with the season over, how would you rate the season overall, and how would you rate, finishing in the final but not winning? Do you consider that successful for 2020?
2020 had all sorts of parts to it. We started the season in a good way. We missed a lot of time. Came back for MLS is back in Orlando. I thought we showed some good football during that period. When we got back after that, and lost Carlos in his return match for a while, and with Edward being out, we had a period where we were nowhere near as consistent as we like. And the MLS season ended with a difficult loss to Seattle. I mean, Seattle's a good team. We had tough games with them. We played them 5 times this year. We beat them twice. They beat us 3 times. Obviously, they knocked us out. And then I thought the response to prepare for Champions League was great. And I thought we showed people how we're moving in a good direction. So, that's how I look at it. I don't tag it one way or another. I look at all the little details.
Katya, go ahead.
Thanks, Ben. Hi, Bob. I know it's frustrating not getting the championship, but because of what LAFC showed throughout the competition, do you feel that you guys won some respect and shed a different light to MLS? And a second part of that question would be, I know 2020 is not what anyone expected, but maybe having a tournament under your belt helped kind of show that parity with MLS and Mexican teams?
Those are just not things that I could care less about. All right, I know those are things everybody wants to write about. Anybody who watches us can judge what our football's all about, what we're about as a club, how we compete, that part of it. We're proud of the way we try to go about things. I say all the time that we're still trying to grow. We're still, tonight's another night where you have to take this lesson and try to grow from it. And so those are the things that I focus on, and how everybody else assesses it, looks at it, I have no idea.
Damien, go ahead.
Hey, Bob.
Hi, Damien.
Looking back toward the first half, were you surprised there weren't any yellow cards issued out there? And also, up until his goal, you guys did a good job on Gignac up until his goal. What was the game plan coming in to sort of, sort of keep him out of his spots where he wants to get shots on goal.
No, Damian, look, here's what happened in the game. We stepped up and we put pressure on them. All right. And we played, we closed down and we pressed them. And when you press a team and they have a difficult time getting forward, then obviously a player like Gignac in that period of the game for 70 minutes isn't able to do much. And then when the game turns around and now they get a little bit more space going forward, then he's a good player and he can take advantage of that. So, it's not that it's a game plan for him. It's a way that we want to try to play. It's how we play all the time. And so we didn't want to change one thing. We felt that we could push the game, that we could try to step up, press, play forward quickly, find moments of being able to control the game. I don't think that part was great tonight. I think there was moments where we could have connected more passes. But overall, I mean, that's the reason that for a long stretch, he was not a big factor. What was the first part of the question?
Oh, I'm sorry. The first half was real choppy there. We saw a lot of fouls.
Oh, yeah, no. How many times did Duenas get a hard foul? I mean, my gosh. I mean, Carlos took some pretty good fouls tonight.
Yeah.
Even when it was 0-0, when he was in on goal and just sort of tried to clip it over. I mean, that's a hard foul. He took a lot of hard fouls tonight, and I'm not sure why at a certain point when you have a player and he's been fouled repeatedly, and some of them are very, very hard, that would seem to me that would lead to a yellow card.
Charles, to you.
Hi, Bob. 3 years in now. How do you feel about your model? Do you want to keep going with this style? You've won so much respect for the way you guys have played. Is there a new chapter going forward, or do you just keep going with this approach?
You're always trying to add ideas and improve, but the football that we play, we're proud of. And so it's not like all of a sudden you say, okay, we've got to change everything. One of the things that I've learned a long time is when you have a team and you establish a way of playing and you establish an identity, that if all of a sudden the game doesn't go your way, or you have a period where you're not quite as good, it's not like you then say, all right, forget that, we're going to try something different. That's bullshit. That's not how you ever become a good team. You become a good team when you have real football ideas and everybody's committed to the work. And then every time you continue to try to get better, to make players better, and then as a team grow, in addition to the football part, the mentality and the ability to compete and play in tough games. So those are the things that I think are happening for us. And, it's every team can decide how they want to do things, how they want to play. We feel very good about what we're doing, and we're going to continue to move forward with that.